past home meet against Arizona. We started off,
Against Washington.
Catch the Bruins at our next home meet on February 13th. What's up, Bruin fans? Welcome back to this week's episode of Bruin Banter with our special guest, Gracie Kramer.
Hey guys, what's up?
And I'm pretty sure you guys all know why she's here. First career perfect 10 on the floor exercise. Finally! It's been so long. We've all been waiting for it, and the Genternet has been waiting for it too. They were going crazy.
Your sister's been waiting for it. She sent me this long text. It was so cute.
So for Stanford, we're just gonna go over the most important highlights. Bars, overall, good. Vault was a little bit weird this time. I don't know what happened. There was a whole debacle with you where the judge didn't see you salute.
The cameraman was like in the way or something, I don't know, and then apparently she didn't see me salute, and so I got to go again, and I was like, you know what, it's like club gymnastics all over again.
Right, she got to go again at the end of the rotation, and we were all just like waiting there like, what the heck is going on? They were calling like the wrong people on the overhead. I don't know what was happening. We just kind of rolled with the punches. And
shout out to Chloe for having my back because that was very clutch, and for a freshman, like that was really impressive.
Yeah, and that was her first time ever competing vault too, so that's super respectable. Our next event was floor, and Kyla Boss freaking does it again, a 9.975. She's amazing. We also had a lot of new people in the lineup.
She killed it, almost broke the floor, and blew my mind.
And the highlight of Beam, Gigi, a 9.975 in the leadoff. She's amazing.
She's remarkable.
Yeah, like
she makes the beam look fun.
Right.
Never said that.
Right, she was amazing. Should have been a 10. Her 10 is coming this year. Like now the Gymternet, since they got your 10, they're like, all right, Gigi, it's time for her 10 because she really deserves it. She also had to deal with a passing of a really close family friend. It was really awesome to go and see her put her team first and just put all of that aside. And if you watch the new episode of our docu-series, you can really see how we went in depth about Kenny's flying anxiety as well as the things that Gigi had to deal with this past weekend and what we all had to deal with. All right, so now we're gonna talk about our meet against Washington. We started off on vault, crushed it. Kyla and Nia both go 9.9. We moved on to the bars where Mars and Kyla both scored a 9.925. Beautiful routines. It was awesome.
Stuck dismounts, all that to exclamation point, very end of that routine.
Oh, now Beam. Wasn't our best, but we did have a few highlights. Nora got her career high, a 9.95. It was a beautiful routine. She was so excited. She really got the mojo kind of back after a few mishaps. So it was really awesome to see her thrive. And finally, the floor exercise. We definitely went out with a bang. We wanted to close on a high note. Nora started us off a 9.95, a career high for her. It was freaking awesome. And then our special guest over here, like I said earlier, first career perfect 10. It was amazing. I remember just watching before I went, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop. Don't know why. Like when Mars went up to me, I thought I was getting emotional. And literally before my routine, before I even went. And I was like, why am I getting emotional? And I guess that's why. I don't know, maybe I knew it deep in my soul.
Your 10 has definitely been long awaited. It is a fan favorite in the NCAA. What has kind of inspired you throughout the years to keep pushing for that 10?
Since I can remember, like that's always been a goal. I mean, it is the dream, and that is the one thing that every single athlete thinks about is like, how can I reach perfection? And my performance is what gives me that satisfaction of my hard work, and I never let that number define my worth, and I definitely didn't let it define how I felt about my career. And honestly, like, yes, it is an amazing thing that I finally reached that end goal, but I don't think I would have been devastated to never have reached it because I knew that I gave it my all and I lived with no regrets, and I trained for it. And like they say, you shoot for the moon and you still land among the stars. I got some pretty cool stars around me.
Okay, talking about performance, I think this year your floor routine is definitely one that you hold like near and dear to your heart. You kind of helped choreograph your own floor routine this time around.
Every time I've worked with either Miss Val or Hallie or BJ, like they've given me a lot of free reign. They've given me a lot of flexibility to like work with the way that my body moves, and it's kind of hard to tell me what to do and then me not do it my own way. So having that ability to work side by side with some of the best choreographers in the country like has really inspired me to take full ownership of my choreography, and I think it gives you that sense of pride and that sense of joy when you do perform it, because you know that it is rightfully yours. It's something that you've worked so hard to perfect. I guess the character, this one's more of like a bad dream, and you think that you're being chased by a bad guy or you're being haunted, and turns out it's like your own self and like your own mind. And I think that for me it reflects heavily on like my career here and how I've kind of always been my own enemy and I battled within my own mind, and now like reaping those benefits of being freed from my own mind, like that's the way I wanted to craft my routine. It's like you can definitely beat your own demons. And like those inner demons aren't going to be something that restrict you as long as you don't give power to it.
So now we're moving on to Twitter questions. The first question comes from @I'mABeWeber. And they ask, congrats on your 10. What advice do you have to other athletes considering walking on to college teams?
For me, walking on was an incredible opportunity to prove to myself that I am worthy and I am going to contribute, and it was whether or not I wanted to make that mental switch. When you have the name of scholarship athlete in the back of your head, I think I used to let it scare me and make me feel like I was less than, but the moment I stopped paying attention to it and I just focused on how I could contribute and how I could make a name for myself is really the moment that I like really enjoyed training, and I loved being with this team, and I didn't feel scared anymore. And I think anyone can really do it as long as you set your mind to it.
So this second question comes from S, and they ask, congrats on your 10. What would you say you've improved the most on since freshman year?
To start, my technique, definitely. I grew up like literally teaching myself flips on the trampoline, so it went from kind of just chucking skills to now realizing like if you learn the technique for a skill, it actually makes it easier. So then I was like, why am I making this so hard for myself when I could actually make it easier by working a little hard in the summer and then enjoying how much easier my tumbling is, enjoying how much better my beam work is or vault or whatever I do. And I think just overall my mental game, like realizing and really truly believing that like I am just as good as anyone else, and like I am worthy of getting a 10. I am worthy of being in lineup, because I think a lot of times I never believed that, but just flipping that switch and just continually telling myself and like being kinder to myself helped me to like love and appreciate what I do.
And this last question comes from @Kitty_Neil, and they ask, congrats again. What are your plans post-college? Are you still thinking of coaching?
I actually really do want to go into coaching. I think everything I've thought about up until now has always pointed to coaching, and everything kind of like ties together with like what I'm passionate about, helping people reach their potential, helping to inspire people, helping people learn how they can work harder and work smarter and open some amazing opportunities for themselves, like because that was something that I learned how to do through some of the best coaches that I've ever had. So giving back to the gymnastics community would be a really cool thing. So
I think you make a great college coach.
Oh, thanks, Fishy.
Thanks for being on the show, Gracie.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're always such a good talker. Don't forget to catch the Bruins at our next home meet, February 9th against Arizona.
This Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific time on Pac-12 Network.
All right. Bye.